Hey, everyone, what's going on? For all those who may not know who I am Rev J, and this is my little sister Joy, my co-host.
Hey guys.
And this is another show. Let's talk about it. And today, we're gonna be talking about does equality in a relationship equal 50-50? But before we begin, just a couple house notes. Um, Also, we want to start something called Ask Reverend J and Joy, which means that if you need advice on anything, whether it be relationships, work, family, it don't matter. Just send us an email. Email us at talkwithRevJ.joy@gmail.com. We would get the email, we will read it, and then you would give you some advice on it. Um, all names will be remain anonymous. But we want to just help more people, want to give more advice and have some more fun.
Yes.
Also, I started something called Life Changing Ministries, and we're focusing on helping changing marriages. So what we're doing, we're giving everybody, no, not everybody, because everybody's not married. We're giving, if you're engaged and if you're married, we're giving you a access to a free SYMBIS assessment. And SYMBIS stands for Save Your Marriage Before It Starts. It's an amazing assessment that's going to let you see how you think about things, how your significant other thinks about things, and it gives you pretty much almost like spot on. Trust me, it's pretty good. Just hit the link below. Request that you like to have your free assessment, and we would give it because we want to help people have better marriages and save it before they start it. So let's get started. Let's talk about does equality in a relationship equals 50-50? So Joy, what do you think?
First of all, I'm not one. I'm a very traditional woman. Okay, I enjoy being taken care of. I don't want to have to go out here and work hard like a man. I don't. So that means I don't want to have to pay. I love not being able to have to worry about bills. I love it. I think that every woman should experience this. But I realize that's not the case. But I love not having that stress of, this has to be paid. Oh my gosh, what am I going to do? Oh, I got to go out here and work this. Oh, I need to figure out how I can make up this X amount of money so I can make sure that this can be covered. I love the stress of not having that. I didn't fight the equality, the fucking equality fight. Okay. I believe the Bible is exactly what it says, that men were made to be the protector and a provider, and that the woman was made to be it.
Whoa. Where does it say that at?
When God made Adam.
No. Where? Let's start. The
when
Bible.
God made Adam.
The Bible does not says that nowhere that the man is supposed to be the provider. It don't say that.
Well, then why did God give him rule over everything? God didn't give that to Eve. He ain't said, when she came, he said, okay, now Eve, now you take a part of this garden, right? You're going to be in charge of this. You're going to be in charge. He gave all of that to Adam. All of that pressure, that was called responsibility. Okay. He gave that to Adam. Eve was just up there.
He gave Adam a job.
Did he give Eve a job?
Eve was supposed to help Adam with the job that he had. No,
she was supposed to be a help me.
Yeah, a help me means that, okay, if I'm doing something, you're supposed to be to help me. and some men out there say, I need some help.
Now, listen to this. Now, if a man needs help, like say if my man couldn't pay the bills, then okay, then yeah, I'll go out and I'll do whatever I need to do so to make sure we can continue a certain type of lifestyle. Now, I'm not saying that. I believe that all women should feel that way. And if we both have, if he says, look, babe, let's get we want to work towards this, and my funds are allocated towards that, but you might need to pick up a job, and so we can figure out how to get to the next point of our relationship. By all means, I have no problem with doing that. But initially, I was not made I don't think women were made to go out here and be full on providers. And not only that we weren't made, but I believe that it affects the part of us that we need, like the nurturing part, the taking care of the children. I know single mothers. Trust me, they're stressed.
Okay, so let's first start with the whole total topic. The thought is this: are men in today's time different than men before? And my answer to that is yes, they are different. One, because because life is different. Back then back then women didn't work because they couldn't work. They mostly did.
That was a
they,
thing.
They back then before the women's liberation, they didn't work, and of course, women, it probably worked off better for men because men probably made more, even more so back then, because women didn't get those kind of jobs. So now let's keep this thought here. Men back now. The question is, which I would love to hear man perspective that older that lived that kind of life. The question is, did it work?
Oh my gosh.
All right. Give me a second.
Sorry about that.
All right. So question is, are men differently now? Which more men days want, okay, it gotta be 50-50. Whereas years ago, men were like, oh, honey, I'll take care of it. What are your thoughts?
I believe that now some women, when women that I spoke to, a lot of them feel that this is because a lot of men aren't raised in homes with men, so they're raised by women, so they don't see what a man supposed to do and how he take care of things. I grew up in a house with my dad, by the grace of God. So, and my dad he's an old school man. My dad took care of everything. If the boiler broke, my dad would go out, come home, go to work. He didn't take off of work. He'd go to work, come home, spend half the night fixing the boiler, go to sleep, wake up, and go back to work the next morning. Now, that's the type of man I grew up with. If something happened to the cars, my dad would go out there, he'll fix the cars. I love me an old school type of guy because I feel like that's what a man in my
now look at this. Now mom did actually work.
Yeah, she did work.
And look at this. And of course, her dream was to be a stay-at-home mom, so she could raise her children.
Retire by 30.
But she could not do that unless she had a check coming in. Because that's the only reason why she only left. She was only able to do it when she was able to do it because she had a check coming in.
Yeah.
So again, now the question.
Her check paid for the cable bill and the groceries.
Yeah, and also again the question though, did that work for the man? Because again, if now I'm talking from a man, a guy, okay, a father, husband, that knows what it's like to work, tirelessly, work a full-time job, running business, and Amazon. If you work, whenever you work at Amazon full time, you working like 2 jobs at once. Even though you're getting paid to work one, like you work, even though you work 40 hours, it's like you working 80. So I know what it's like to work. The question is though, does that work?
I believe for some it can, because I know that there's some men who take pride in taking care of their families. That's
No.
just the way some men are made. Now I do realize, like I said, I spoke to some women. Women think that because men haven't been raised in a household, they don't really know what is expected. But by the same token, I also believe that women are not the same women of old, because the women, like my mom, when my mom stayed home, my dad got to come home and do nothing.
Okay.
He got to come home and do nothing. He didn't have to be like, oh, well, I want you to do X, Y, and Z. No, he came home and whatever he wanted to do, he got to do because she handled home. Now I hear that, women who stay home expect the man come home and help them with housework. And I'm just like, well, why are you home all day? If you need help, you might need to go out there and work.
I'm like, if that's the deal, I'm coming home, I'm not doing nothing. I'm not watching the kids. All I'm doing is come home and turn on my television shows, and do what I want to do. and that's why I think men are different these days, because women want more. Years ago, the woman was okay. Oh, just come home, kick your feet up, and just chill. No, these days, the women, the mothers and the wives want the husband to spend time with the children, take the children to basketball practice, help the children on homework.
Yeah, that's a lot. Now that's a lot.
Yeah, so but again, that's why I think that's why men are 50-50, because again, it's no longer that, oh, just come home and just chill. No, they want, if you're home, the woman say, okay, well, you should cook too. And I agree with you. I agree with them. I'm like, oh, if you're both working.
Now if you're both working, then I think the everything should be split, because no one can do it all.
Yeah.
You can't expect the woman to go work a full-time job, come home, cook, help the kids with the homework, put them in the bath, get them ready for bed, prep for the next. Like, that's a lot to ask of any person. So I don't expect that should be something that anybody expect anybody to do. But it's crazy, because I'm like, people do it all the time. Single parents do it all the time. So I don't understand why people act like they can't do it when they have a spouse, when you was already doing it, when you was single and had 3 kids, and then, you get a husband. It's like, oh, well, I don't feel like I should have to do it all. Well, what was you doing, ma'am?
I know. You were doing it. You were doing it way before you had a man. So like, you want a break? I'm like, some people still want to be kids. I think Dr. Bennett says marriage is for adults.
Absolutely.
And when you become an adult, guess what? Other things become before your feelings. Again, my responsibilities come before whether I want to stay in bed in the morning time, than me going to work to make sure I take care what I need to take care of. So again, and that's what we gotta look at. Pastor Chris said this. Mm-hmm. For men of God, when I get off the job, cut the yard, trim the bushes, clean the pool. So I had 2 jobs. I had a job that I worked 10 hours and I came home and worked another 4. So I'm actually working 12 hours a day. You know what? Yes. And again, I think, oh yeah. So I think again, I think, I think it should be not 50-50. I think it should be 100-100, which means that,
of course, everything, you put everything into your marriage. Now, what do you think about when you're dating? When it's not a wife, it's just you dating. Do you think that like dates should be fit? You should go half on dates. Do you think you should go half on trips?
Yeah. Oh, no doubt. Yeah. Yeah. See, the reason why I say this is because whatever you do during dating, people are going to expect once you get married. Now, it's unrealistic to think that you're going to be able to pay for everything for the rest of your life. That's just not reality.
Well, some men, well, let's say for the average person, probably not. But there are some men.
Yeah, but
If
I'm
you
saying,
are in a certain tax bracket, you can afford to take care of everything for the
of
rest
course.
of your lives.
And just say in life in general, the average person, sometimes life happens. Sometimes life happens where a man loses income and he can't
Yeah.
produce income as he used to. So guess what? He won't be able to take you out like he used to. As a matter of fact, once you get married, it's not I have money or you have money, it's our money.
Money, yeah.
So, so I think that when you're dating, you know, I should, if you want to go on a trip, you should pay for it.
Really? So if you want a woman to accompany you, say you had a girlfriend and you like, babe, I want us to go on this trip. You like,
And we're gonna
well,
work.
where's your $1,200?
Where's your half? I want half on it.
Josh, you crazy. No.
No. Okay, this is how I operated. I was Tracy and I was dating. I had an apartment. I have vehicles. I had insurances. I had cell phones. So there's no way, again, and I was not in the position to say, okay, well, I'm just going to pay for your trip. And guess what? Matter of fact, when we started dating, we went on a trip together. And guess what? I paid my own way. Matter of fact, I got another job to make sure I was able to pay my other way.
Yeah, but then you pay for her trips a lot of times.
No, we pay for them together. We work together.
Half on those trips?
We ain't gonna have to work together. Like, again, whatever, we worked, and whatever money we got, we put it together to make sure we had enough money for the trip.
Well, what Pastor Chris say?
There are times I felt like there was no sensitivity towards you already work all day. Now, this I keeping it real. A lot of men may feel the same. I agree, Pastor Chris. You know what? Sometimes people, and we're gonna talk more about that, because sometimes people don't understand what it's like to work all day, then come home, have to try to work another more. Now, look at this. Don't get me wrong. Housework is work, but let's talk about this. If you have no house,
you ain't got no work to do anyway. It's hard trying to keep them streets clean.
if you have no house, I mean. So I think this is. I'm gonna say this. I think the priority for every relationship to focus on, okay, how do we bring in the money we want to live the life we want?
Right.
Then everything after that, we divide up. Okay, well, I can do this. You can do this. Because again, when it comes down to it, if you have no money, you have no house. So right. I don't think you should be putting all, like again, if I buy a car, I should be putting all my energy to clean my car instead of going to work. I remember when I was younger, Dad got me a car, and one day I decided I was not going to go to work.
Wow.
And I was out all night the night before.
Oh, okay.
And guess what Dad did? He rigged the car. I couldn't drive it. I'm like, man, I'm like, the battery's still connected.
Leave it the door tap. He gonna figure it out. He like, I got something for you. Okay.
Yo, go to work, no problem.
No problem. You ain't going out either.
I'm like, man. I'm like, the battery's still connected. I'm like, that's the only thing I think about. I'm like, the spark plug is still connected. I'm like that perspective was like, okay, well, if don't spend all your time partying and not go to work, because guess what? If you have no money, you're not gonna have no money to go party. You're not gonna have no money to drive no car. Mm-hmm. So I think that was a good lesson for that day.
Yeah.
And that's when I said, no, I'm going to the military. Make sure I can buy my own car.
So that's what made you go to the military. Your father trying to teach you a good lesson on how you need to be able to have a balanced life.
Oh yes, definitely. Pastor Chris says, men of old and women of old were more content where they were until they got to a place to get better. But
Right.
this generation want to start out better at the beginning, which does not
Mm-hmm.
work when you come into a relationship. Oh,
Right.
yeah. So again,
Very
I
true.
don't think there's nothing wrong with a person staying at home, other person working, but the main goal you have to look at your livelihood. I'm giving you another example. I was talking to somebody
Mm.
and they doing well. They can take care of everything by themselves. I don't think the wife was working at the time. And he said, we gotta, he's trying to retire. So he's looking at his money and what's coming in, what's going out.
Mm.
And so he said somebody gotta make a decision. Either if they want the car, well, that person need to go out and get a job because I'm not going out to get. I'm about to retire. I need to cut overhead. You know,
Mm.
but again, if they want the car, they need to go and work so they can bring in more money for the car.
Right.
Um, because again, so again, that's the objective. Now again, some people are in a place now where they can actually one person be at home, other person work, and it's gravy. But um, let's talk about something else. Like
Well, wait a minute.
um,
Let's talk about what Pastor Chris said, because I believe he's
okay,
absolutely right. With people of old were content with, where they are and in life, and they took their time to progress to get to where they need to go. I think now, especially with a lot of social media and everybody flossing, like, oh, look at me, I'm here, oh, I'm in Dubai, oh, we going on this trip, oh, look, we just bought a brand new. And I think what that does, makes people crave it. I think we become a generation of just greedy people. So you have a lot of women who say, yeah, I want to stay at home, but you put all this pressure on this man, like, no, I want to stay at home, but I need us to go on trips, these lavish trips. I need my hair done every week. I need my nails and toes done every week so I can post on Instagram. And you expect this man to try to make all of this happen while you just want to sit at home and just look pretty for, social media. And my thing is, now that's unrealistic. Now, I believe if you're going to be a woman and if you and your man can, y'all can sit there and y'all can agree that, look, it's okay for you to stay at home with the children, or, you to stay at home and I work, then you must be okay with possibly not going to get your hair done all the time, not
yeah,
being able to take trips. There may be a situation where you can't take a trip at all because you're
yeah.
just living off of one income. So my thing is, if you're going to be a woman and you say that's what you want to do, please understand you're going to have to accept whatever his income is, and you should not make him feel bad for not being able to provide this lavish lifestyle that you want to live, but you don't want to work, put no coins in to live it.
Now let's talk from another perspective. I believe both people should work. Why do I say that? I said because if you're not working, you don't respect how hard it is to actually bring in the money. It's tough. I mean, it's tough.
I
I mean,
don't believe that, Josh.
because because most people don't make enough off of one job to take care of their livelihood. It don't work. It don't work. So again, that's number one. So if you're not out there working, that's not all, but some women won't be able to respect how hard it is. So again, they start keep spending um the money they need for bills on just things that's not really not needed.
But I think that comes like if a woman never been on her own, and never had to go out there and do it by herself. I had to go out there and do it. That's the only reason why I know how bad it is. And I was like, oh Jesus, this is not for me. The devil is a lie. And I was like, I can't. This all is working, and in the stress of, it seems as soon as you pay one bill, it's just like, man, I thought I just paid, the 1,200. Now and I paid, like, where'd all the money go? So I
Yeah,
think if you've been a woman and you've been on your own, and you've been under the pressure of trying to make sure that everything is paid every month and still trying to live some type of lifestyle, you understand how hard it is. And I think, at least for me, I was able to um, appreciate even more when I was, my man was there to put me in a position to be like, babe, you don't have to work. And even if you do work, I don't want your money, and I didn't go out and spend my money frivolously either. Because guess what? When I was like, you know what, babe, I want to redo the bathroom. I wasn't expecting him to say, all right, well, let me pull out some money, go redo the bathroom. No, that came out of my money. When he was like, babe, dad, we're going to need some new garage doors. No problem. I got that. How much is it? 1,500. Let's call them up, get them some new garage doors. So these are the things I think as women, when it becomes called being a helpmeet, that's what it's supposed to be there for. If you are blessed where your man you can live off of one income, which I advise most people try to do, because when it comes down to it, if you can live off of one income and you can save the rest of that money, you can get much further ahead quicker than if if y'all just blowing through money trying to keep up with the Joneses.
I agree. And again, I think that's what I think we're both talking about is that, it's about really, the question is, what kind of lifestyle do you want to live? And do you have a job or a revenue coming in that can allow you to live that kind of lifestyle? And again, I also said, the reason why I think people should work in general, I think work helps you to be productive. Work helps you to learn. I'm an entrepreneur, and I'm progressing all the time because I'm going through. Every week I'm facing different challenges, and the more challenges a person goes through, the wiser they become, the stronger they become, and the more they change. When I'm not gonna say a woman. When one person at home not doing anything, other person out progressing, changing, eventually you're gonna start seeing a divide. Because they say this: a body that's in motion stays in motion. So guess what happens? If a person is not doing it, is at home watching TV, their perception of life is just different. Because again, you're not facing real reality crises, in a sense. I think, me personally, I know it from experience. Money is not everything, but money is important. They say that the number one cause for divorces are financial reasons.
Which is true.
So again, I think again, and I'm not saying that a person, the woman, should have to make as much as the other person does, but no, they should bring in help with something. I just think that,
So you don't think that? So overall, you don't think it should be 50-50? See, the way I see it is.
Oh no. Again, I think in a relationship, everything is 50-50. The reason the problem with most relationships, they're not. And I said in the sense this, the woman has, and that's the problem with most relationships. The women have no, and I've done enough coaching to find this out. Women have no problem with letting a man know what they want from the relationship. The problem is the men have a problem with telling women, "Oh, I want this." So a man secretly, they want stuff, but they don't say it because they think, "Oh, I'm supposed to take the weight of the burden and make sacrifices." No, you're human too. I'm like this. If you want me to do something, it's a relationship goes both ways. If you want me to do something, if you want me to make sacrifices, guess what? What sacrifice are you going to make?
Well, I believe that, but I feel like whoever makes more, say if a man makes a lot more than what his wife makes, to ask her to put in the same amount that he makes is just unrealistic. Because
I'm not number one. If you're married, you're one. So in other words, there's no such thing as I make more, you make less. If we won. Now at the same time though, just like for example, everybody should be doing their best to give their all into that relationship. For example, if my wife said, "Well, you know what, Josh, I want you to put the seat down when you're done using the toilet."
Okay.
I should take it. I should, because that's what she wants. I should put effort into making sure I do that.
Okay.
Joshua, I want you to spend more time with our son. You know, because that's best. Because of our relationship, I should be putting more effort into giving her what she likes.
Okay.
Now, I'm sure I may not live up to the full expectation of what she's looking for, but I should be working toward providing her the expectation she wants, since I'm asking her to only be committed to me.
Right. Now that's understandable.
Yeah.
That
So
you
yeah. So
should try.
yeah.
If you tell somebody, look, I don't want you to be with nobody else but me. So I think whatever expectations you have, just like a job coming and you can't just run up the job and say, I want a job and I want you to pay me. No, they're gonna tell you, I expect you to do X, Y, and Z if you plan on getting paid. Same thing if you get in a relationship. I expect this X, Y, and Z. You don't want me out here with, Larry, Dick, and John, then you need to make sure that these are things that are, but I think they need to be realistic though.
Yeah.
Because we seen that girl on TikTok or whatever, and she had some unrealistic expectations.
Let's talk about this. First, look at this. Now go back to your saying. I won't expect you to make as much as I make, because the way I make my money may be different than what you can do. I'm not saying that, but I am saying this. If we need to get together, say, okay, what kind of life do we want to live? How do we want to live? And we both should be putting as much effort as we can to make sure that we both live that life. Which means that if you got to, like, for example, I will. Now you know me. I work day and night. I would do anything that's legal and moral to make sure. Forget all these Christians and all these people say, no, I can't do that. As long as it's legal and moral, I'm going to do it. I'm going to let you know now. As I would check the laws and the Bible to make sure it's legal and moral. I do not discriminate about how I make money. So I would do anything to make sure our bills are paid and we can do things. We're going on trips, all that stuff. I expect that same kind of effort from my wife, and I think that's okay.
Okay.
So, say again.
What Pastor Chris saying?
Pastor Chris says this. I would suggest that every woman really look at the Word of God says about the virtuous woman. If you look at that, what that woman was a working woman, and I don't see how we missed it. Oh, praise the Lord. Give me a cash at Pastor Chris. No, look again. And good news. We are in the year 2022. You can make money from home.
You can.
I mean, you don't. I mean, you can. There's all types of ways you can bring in money without spending a whole bunch of time outside the house. And you can still clean the house up. You can still cook, but also, again, you need to get with your person you with and ask yourselves, what kind of lifestyle do you want to live? And you both should give as much effort as you could to that They go. I'm proving to you. Look at this. If a woman's out there working, breaking her neck every day, and a man is at home just chilling, she would get upset because he is not putting she's out there working, breaking her neck, bringing in the bacon, cooking it, and guess what? She's like, why you can't put at least more effort into what I'm doing? Because it's tough out there. It's tough to go to work every day, deal with the mess, come home, deal with life. I mean, so it can't be it can't be double standard, you know?
It is. But why do you think that men of old was able to do it and they didn't? Well, from what we know, no one's been inside of their homes to see if they complained or not. But it didn't seem as though they had a problem. You know, they would go out, work.
Well, you see, the key word is seen. Now, I'm talking from perspective. I'm talking about real life, working, living. It's, I mean, and I talk to men. I talk to men. They don't like it either. A man, look at this. A man want to go get a haircut too. A man want to be go to the movies too. A man want to be go buy a car and drive the car he want. But if he got to pay spend all his money on taking care of the family, you know, and the person is an able body that can go help bring him more money, I think you should. I think the person should, you know.
Now, do you think that when a man takes on a wife, he takes on the responsibility of family? What would you say to those women? Like, well, that's what men should do. Men take on women and realize they're supposed to take care of them. You took them. They took on your last name. These kids came from your loins. It's your responsibility to take care of them, and you shouldn't complain about taking care of them because you asked for her. You asked for her hand in marriage. She ain't come ask for yours.
Well, again, I believe this is my perspective. This is me, you know.
Everything is just our perspective.
My perspective is this. If you have a different perspective, let's come on the show. We can talk about that. No problem. My perspective is this: when it comes to taking care of my family, my wife, I take care of the basic needs. I'll work day and night to make sure we have the basic needs that we need to make sure we have health insurance. She can get her hair done. When we first got married, she said, Joshua, I need to get my hair done. And guess what? She has an open bank account. And there's been days I floated checks just to make sure she's able to get her hair done. She had no worry about that. You know, I made sure that she's able to get her hair done. If cars got fixed, guess what? I went down to the mechanic shop and made deals with the guys. You know what? I don't have it all right now, but if you hook it up, I'll pay you like every week. You know. So again, when it comes to, yes, a man should be responsible and take care of his wife, but at the same time, that don't mean saying she get to lay at home and do nothing.
Well, I'm assuming she's gonna take care of the house.
Well, again, we have to go back. Let's go back. That's good. Let's go back. We must first start with money. Without no money,
you know, most men of old would tell you, like, you don't take on a wife unless you have a home to bring her to.
Look at this. When I bring it to our home, that house no longer just mine, it's ours. And we got to see, look at this.
And they say, she's gonna take, so that's what I'm saying. She's gonna take care of the home that you provide. Steve Harvey always says, a man buy a house for his woman to make it a home.
And guess what? You can do that when you don't work. Just like I gotta wash my car when I get off work. I go bowling when I get off work. I go to school when I get off work. And just like I do everything when I get off work, you can do everything else when I get off work.
Yeah, Josh just be talking. Josh take care of his wife, y'all.
No doubt.
Josh just be talking.
Anybody who knows me, again, I'm telling you, I will do anything that's legal or moral to make sure my wife has the things that she needs. Now again, but again, at the same time though, she's an adult. Again, when it comes to our relationship, our life, we're both responsible for making sure the bills are paid. We're both responsible to make sure we have the necessary things we need because we have a family. We have look at this. The only person that we should be worried about taking care of is our son.
Of course.
She should not be worried about taking care of me. I shouldn't be worried about taking care of her.
Well, what do you mean not taking care of? Because you do still need to take care of one another so that you don't grow apart.
I'm saying this in the sense of that I should not be at home waiting for her to, pay the bills. I shouldn't be waiting for her alone to take care of everything. We should be working together. And I think that
women who stay at home, they do work well. Depending on the type of man you have, some men don't want to have to worry about cooking and cleaning and doing laundry, and some men look, I don't want to have to deal with that. You worry about that. You take care of all of that, and I'll take care of the stuff on the outside, and
Now,
I don't find anything
now
wrong with that.
let me tell you, I think the problem with that is that now it works for some people, but I think the problem with that is that when you have that kind of deal, if it's not really working, you will actually grow apart.
Well, there can be resentment built if I believe both people have to agree, totally 100% agree on it. Now, I have a question. How would you wait? How do you think your woman should?
Listen. Some like because go listen. I said it because some people can't respect what's being done on the other side. For example, if the man says, "No, I'll stay at home," you go to work. Then sometimes if the man is taking care of the whole house, the woman is out working. She may not respect what's being done there. I think the goal should be okay. Let's the both should get together, find out what kind of life you want to live, based upon and ask yourself what kind of income you're gonna have because you need money. I don't care what you say. Money should be the first thought on the mind. How much money you have, because that's gonna determine where we live, what kind of car you drive, what kind of school you go to, all that stuff. We gotta stop playing games and like, oh, we got all we need is love. No, you need some money too.
Well, I mean, you do need love. There's a certain amount of respect.
No, I'm saying, yeah, you need love, but at the same time, let's be honest. We need some money too.
Yeah, you definitely need money. I mean, you have to have money in order to
so you can go on
operate.
vacations, so you can not be stressed, so you're not working hard. I'm even working now to make sure my son, by the time he grows up, he get a head start, have money in the bank. So
Well, that's what you should do as a parent. You
Yeah.
should make sure that you have that your children have college funds set up. Like Josh said, have money in the bank so that if you can find ways to put their money into some type of investment at an early on, that way it can take time to build and accrue, and that way they have money when it comes to age.
I'm saying also, we shouldn't work just because we need to work. We should work so when things happen, we're not panicking. The reason why a lot of people started panicking during the pandemic, the only people that were panicking during the pandemic is the people that had no source of income coming in when they start working. And that's what happens, that we just barely get by. Then a disaster happens, which they will happen.
They will.
And then we're struggling. But then we get behind even more because we didn't have enough money in the first place.
But so that's why I say, everybody, if you have two incomes, now I would suggest, like Josh said, I would suggest if you are not, making, no, I can't even say that, because if you are making you making well over six figures and you're living a well over six figures income, understand, just because you make six figures, that's not what you bring home.
No.
What you make and what you bring home is totally different. And when you get over those numbers, trust me, you ain't even getting no income tax. You ain't getting no tax returns either. You got to pay. So you got to put all of that into perspective. So I always say, if you can live off of one income and then take that other income and put that other income and save it. Don't just go out here spending. Don't be out here like, oh, we gonna floss. Because like Josh said, life is gonna happen. Things are gonna happen. If you live in a house, you already know everything in a house, it may fall apart.
The ball's gonna break.
You need to be like, oh, the ball needs to be fixed. Let's call out PSE&G. Like I told y'all before, the garage door, something is messed up. No problem. Let's call. You need to have those funds. You got to stop living check by check, because check by check, guess what? Like Josh said, the pandemic happened, everything closed down. You ain't have a check. Now you got to wait for the system to try to push out all this extra money. And that was months.
Yes.
Thank God they gave a lot of people those leniencies to stay in your apartments, because a lot of people have been home.
And then they get kicked out because they didn't pay. Then they say, "Oh, now you got to pay." We let you live rent free for about 2 years. Almost 2 years. Now you got to pay up. See, nothing in this world is free. I'm sorry. I'm gonna talk about money. People talk about all the time. Oh, you talk about money. Yes, I do. Know why? Because every month bills come knock on my door, and they don't ask me. They don't care how nice I am. They don't care how many good things I'm doing in the world. They want to know, do you have the money to pay these bills? If not, Sprint will cut you off.
I'm telling you, all the time. Y'all need to get it together. What Pastor Chris says, the generation Probably won't.
This generation probably won't have a wife that keeps the house clean because this generation, the morals are not the same, and the conditions that they live in now come with them when they get married. I agree.
Oh, very true.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think everybody want to party. Everybody want to have fun. You know,
And all you see is women twerking. When you see 60-year-old women twerking on the internet, that's a problem. I'm like, Mama, if you don't go sit down somewhere and put you on a moo-moo, and I get it. Most the 60-year-olds today are not the 60-year-olds of yesterday. But I believe that there should still be a certain amount of wisdom and maturity and what's the word I'm looking for? Like with men, like if I don't find 60-year-old men still wearing, sagging and wearing Timbs and trying to, I find that so uncouth. I'm like, if you don't grow up and put on some slacks and some regular shoes.
Yeah.
It's the same for women. When y'all walking around here trying to wear the same things that 20-year-old wear, boo. Put you on some clothes that fit your age. Now, I'm not saying you got to lose all of your sexy, but what I'm saying is dress according and act according. Most of all, like you shouldn't be like, yeah, this is what we doing. And I just look at those women. I just think, what did you do? Muhammad Ali had a famous saying, said, if a man at 25 still has the same thoughts that at 50, you don't watch the man waste 25 years of his life because there has been no growth. What I'm telling people, grow up. Okay? Yep. That's hot and that may be cute for a 20-year-old. But the same way you see infants going, and that looks cute to them, you try doing that at 20. You try doing that at 30. It looks like you crazy. And that's what I'm saying. Y'all look out here in these streets looking crazy. I know nobody want to tell y'all because they're like, oh no, you can't put limits on women. I'm telling you, as a woman, y'all need to grow up. Y'all out in the streets looking crazy. That's the reason why y'all getting clicks and likes. Because y'all look crazy.
So what were you going to say before I cut you off? What were you about to say?
Huh?
What were you about to say before I cut you off? No, let's talk about the woman who's on TikTok.
Oh saying my gosh!
First, this woman on TikTok. I mean, you should be talking. You No, Beyonce can make a list.
You know what I'm saying? Women of that stature can have lists. Okay, and I think she dulled her list down. Like even when dealing with Jay-Z, she dulled her list down. This woman.
You got a way to put it on the screen here? The link?
Yes, put it on the screen.
I don't have the link. I can't get the link to my phone.
I don't have the
So we're gonna at the end, we're gonna share the link into the group.
We'll pop it down.
But yeah, this woman, right? She's like, yeah, I need a man that's gonna cook and clean. I need a man who's gonna work. I'm like, what kind of name?
Pay the rent or mortgage, pay the property taxes. He gotta cook. After cooking, he gotta wash the dishes. He needs to do laundry. She said, not just put the clothes in the washer. I need you to do everything. I need you to dry them, fold them, put them up. I need you to take care of everything that has to do with the car. I need you to put gas in the car. I need you to take the car to get service. I need you to put. Then she said, I need 2 trips a year. One for us because she said, because I see it and I like it and I think it's cute. Then we need to take a family trip, a big family trip. So that's 2 big trips a year we need to take that he needs to pay for completely. Then what else did she say? And he needs to do something else, I think. And I'm thinking to myself, if he got to do all of this, what do he even need you for? Like,
I know, right?
Man got to do all of that, he better off staying by himself.
Yeah.
He got and then. And I'm not one of the body shame or ugly shame because, I may not be the best looking woman in the world. I'm not the most fit woman in the world. By no means necessary. But when I tell y'all, wait till we put this link down. And she got on there like, y'all can say the internet's crazy because the internet think I'm ugly. Y'all think I'm not supposed to have expectations because I'm ugly. But when you see her, let me, for y'all who don't want to, it's an old school cartoon. What was that gorilla? Remember that gorilla? I don't know if he used to be in the store. It was a Manila gorilla or something like that. It was an old school cartoon character called Manila Gorilla, something. But it was like, when I tell you, as soon as you see her, that's what comes to your mind. It's just like
first, before you start making any demands, you better first you get a man. let's first. It's like a person going to a job with no degree.
Talking about I need to make $250,000
with no high school diploma. Talking about I want to be the man.
I want my own office. I want to be able to have my food catered. Then you like, ma'am, you just got your GED. What you think? Where in this corporation you think you fit in to get those type of demands?
No resume, no experience. Let's first. I need to ask you: do you even have a man? Have you ever had a man?
Where have you seen this combination of this type of man?
She must have never had a man, because she had a man. She would know those expectations don't exist.
Because the thing about it is, men who work that much, they ain't got time to be cooking and doing laundry and taking. Most single men that I know that I ever dated that made money and was out here just hustling, you know what they did with their clothes? They didn't have time to go to the laundromat. They would drop their clothes off to the wash and fold and get that stuff and they pick it up. They ain't got time.
Look at this. When I was single and I was single, had my own apartment, I was running a business. Guess what? I have time to go to wash clothes. I took my clothes right down to the laundromat and let them wash them and fold them. As a matter of fact, at one time I had a maid. Every 2 weeks, she would come to my little one-bedroom apartment and clean up because I ain't have time.
Exactly. So where's she expecting this unicorn man to come from?
Yeah, you talking about you want a man to go make the money, come home, wash the clothes, and cook, and send you on two trips. I'm like send you on 2 trips. I'm like,
he need to take 2 trips away from you. Like he need to go ahead and take 2 trips away. That's what he be playing.
He may take 2 trips and won't come back.
I was surprised at this woman. I was like, the audacity. And then she got upset because she was like, how dare y'all, no matter if y'all think I'm ugly and fat and, too dark.
First y'all look good. I'm sorry. I'm gonna lie to you.
Let me tell you this.
Yeah.
I know a lot of women, okay? And I can count on my hand how many of them have ever had a man fully take care of them. That speaks a lot. Y'all look at how many women y'all know who husbands and men were like, you know what? You just sit at home, just be pretty. I'll take care of everything else. It's not that many.
Most men.
Most people are average, okay? And average people get average results, okay?
Most in 2022. Now that we have the internet. And there's probably more single women out there than men. So
there is.
So nobody's gonna pick a deal with you go do all the work and you sit home and just try to look cute.
I know that would probably take a while. But
on the real, tell you the truth, I've learned that it's like when you're not in. I think when we come to a relationship, it's supposed to be equal. Why do I say that? Because when it's equal, you both respect each other because you both are working together for one common goal. And also, I think that when one person is just not doing anything, they get stagnant. I don't have time to get depressed. I don't have time. I don't have time to do it. I got bills to pay for. I'm telling you the truth, and I don't have time to myself. Somebody said, I can't find myself. I don't know who I am. I'm like, I don't have time to be lost. Like,
John's like, you need to busy yourself. You need to go out there and find something to do
so
you can find
go find
yourself.
a job first.
John's like, you got too much time on your hands trying to figure out where you can look Josh is stupid. Why do I come on here with Josh? I don't know why.
Amazon is a big old facility. Go get lost at Amazon.
So you can find yourself in one of them packages.
Trust me, you'll find yourself.
You know what, Josh? Don't say that. We playing y'all. We know that some of y'all have depression. We know some of y'all deal with depression and it's hard out here. Josh is crazy.
I'm depressed. I'm like, go get a job. That'll boost your endorphins.
Oh gosh, Josh is crazy, y'all. Don't listen to Josh, y'all. Josh is crazy. Oh gosh.
I just look at this. I think that I see this on both spectrums. When the men I seen men who are home not doing anything. I'm lost. I'm gonna go get a job. He said, "Well, I can't." I'm like, you don't have to. You do this. How about no? Forget a job. Go bring some income. Go bring some more income. You don't need a job to bring income. I don't have a job. I have income. And guess what? When at Sprint, don't call you up and say, "Hey, how's your job doing?" They care less. They want to know. They don't care if you borrowed it from your mama. All they want to know is, do you have the money to pay for this bill?
Right.
If not, we're gonna cut you off. So I think should our men today are 50-50? Yes. I think men are different because I think again and I said because I talked to my dad and he likes it more that he doesn't do everything. Now he can, but he just for a man. Sometimes it's not the fact that a man loves it when he knows that I don't have to do everything.
Right.
So
men also need to be able to breathe. The same way I feel like I can come home and I can breathe. When I had to do everything by myself, and my ex-husband, he would, if he felt like going, he was one of those guys that Josh talked about. I don't feel like going to work because we argued last night. Oh.
Go walk it off at work.
I don't feel like I could work if we not do it on good terms. Oh, because the apartment, they want their money on the first. I don't know how that fits into us arguing or not, and there's some men who are like that now. Now those men I don't really consider them men because I don't feel like they even have an idea of what responsibility is. They just these young kids who like, oh, I'm just flow. The universe is gonna bring it to me. We're gonna figure it out. No, you're gonna wait for me to kill myself while I pay for all these bills. That's what's gonna happen. And so once I got tired of being on that train, being somebody's gravy train, I was able to come and God put a man in my life that was just like, Joy, you ain't got to worry about nothing. You can breathe. And it feels so good to breathe. But you know what feels even better? When he's like, oh man, dag, we might need this. The something might be happening with, something in the house. And it's just like, oh, well, how much is that? Oh, that might be running like $3,500. It's like, oh, that's it? Okay, I'll cash app you. When I can do that, and the idea that he's just like, really, I don't want your money. And I'm like, it's not my money, your money. Like, you take care of me and my daughter all the time. So the fact that if I have the cash to be able to offload some of these bigger expenses, then why not? Without having you have to worry about now, can he pull money? Absolutely. He has pulled, $10,000 and, to pay off this and, get a new roof and all that other stuff. He's done it. So I know he has the means, but that doesn't mean that men want to have to deal with that type of stress when I know you're already dealing with stress at work. And just like women, they have things going on. They have families. They have personal things that they deal with. And the thing about with men don't really talk about the personal things that they have going on a lot of times because men aren't that vocal about a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Where women will talk to anybody like, girl, I can't believe this is going on. And, my son is doing this. And, my mother done said that to me. With men, they'll just internalize all of that and try to figure it out within themselves a lot of times. If they don't have a large group of guys that they can talk to. So it feels good as a woman to be able to do that. So basically, if you can, women, and women, get off this entitlement thing. I don't know who told all y'all that y'all are worthy enough to get taken care of. Let me tell you, if you got an average child, okay? Because I'm thinking maybe women told other women like, oh yeah, a man's supposed to come and take care of you. I don't know who, because I'm seeing this a lot on the internet.
Well, yeah, I think that's been the society or even in church that, well, the man is supposed to take care, but then there's nowhere in the Bible says the man is supposed to take care of his wife. The Bible says that the man, that they should submit to one another, and the man love his wife as Christ loved the church, and he gave his own life for her. Yes, it says that, but it never said about me taking care of her. I think and let's start at the beginning. If the woman's will be a help me, right? To be a help me. Just think about it. You should be the best help me you can be to that man, which means that you should be in a position to help that man out when and the chance that he can't meet the responsibilities that need to be met. Like Joy said, well, if he comes short, he should be say, well, I don't have it. So and you should be say you should be saying, okay, well, here we go. Or how about this? You work together and you say, this is not my money, this is not your money, this is our money. My wife and I, we're married, so guess what? I don't have money, she don't have money, this is our money. And guess what? When bills are done, we got bills, they're both our bills. So we both work hard to make sure that the bills that we need to get paid. Because if I lose, she loses. If she loses, I lose too. The only person that we need to take care of in our house is our 9-year-old son.
Right. Yep. But my guy looks at it as, Joy, your money, and I'll take care of everything.
Well, that's him.
I don't, and that's him. He's an old school. My guy's an old school guy. That's why I like him.
He's old school.
Okay. I like it. I'll take it. But he also did, because I had a conversation with him, and he's just like, Joy, if it wasn't you, don't think I would be out here doing that now.
Oh well,
just women, because women take advantage. He was like, and then if a woman doesn't help take care of building a household, and a woman gets married to a man and she takes all her money, funnels all her money into her little accounts and what she want to do with her life, and then when y'all divorce, she's still like, I want 50% of everything. It's like, well, you ain't put 50% in providing this lifestyle.
I know, right?
I made this lifestyle for you so that you have the money to go out here and do all extra stuff. You didn't do that. So
I know, right?
So the way he sees things now is, if it wasn't for me, he said, George, you an exception. Because I'm a sweetheart.
But and so again, I go back saying, you need to talk to the person you with, because every man is different. The show is about, are men today different? I think they are. You still have the old school men say, I'll take care of everything. I'm not one of them.
But even if they are, you still need, as a woman, you still need to have in the back of your mind that thing that's like, okay, well, let me still level up. Because I believe at any point, my fear is that, I need to make sure that if, God forbid, something happens to him, I wouldn't want, and we can probably live comfortably for a few months, like maybe a few months to a year. But I need to still be able to make sure, like, God forbid, he couldn't work anymore. I need to be able to be like, look, all right, well, we can still keep the house, we can still keep the cars, we can still live our life, because I need to be able to jump into that workforce.
And guess what? If you have not been working for years,
Yeah,
it's gonna
that's
be
hard.
hard for you to get back into the marketplace because you have no skills. In today's time, they're doing
Yeah.
they're doing all types of different things.
Yeah, I
So
need to
and,
level
and
up
so
on
guess
y'all Excel sheets,
yeah,
Outlook,
and that's why
Microsoft.
again I said if I had all the money in the world and my wife didn't have to work, I would still want to work just so you can take care of yourself. And I think that you getting involved into things, doing things, just being involved helps you learn, stay active, do something, find passion, live your life.
Yeah.
Because it helps your relationship when you can find something that you're passionate about, that you know
Yeah.
you're good at. It helps your confidence, and confidence
Yeah.
helps your relationship. I mean, when you feel like you're nobody, you can't find yourself, you're just confused. I mean,
They
nobody
yeah.
want to be with that.
You need to go out and find something that's going, and you need to be honest with yourself. If some women are not housewives, it's
No,
the honest truth.
so
Some of y'all don't know how to cook.
some of you need to go to work.
Some of
If you're
you,
not a cook, just go to work. Just you go to work and go probably and find a place that can cook your meals for the rest of a week.
go go. Some of y'all can't cook. Some of y'all can't clean, and I mean clean, where it's like you go and get a washcloth and you wipe down your baseboards type clean. You go
Yeah,
underneath, you don't just scrub your inside of your toilet, you clean the outside of your toilet. You clean the whole commode and around that little brown stuff on your floor they be building up. That if you got all that, you don't know how to clean.
yeah,
You need to be outside working, okay? Because you don't have those skills. And my thing is, it's nothing wrong with working. Working has never, well, it has killed some people, but working, having a good work ethic has
yeah,
never killed anybody.
yeah,
And the thing about it is, you can, believe it or not, you can get further because most of the people that will be watching this are average people.
yeah,
And a lot of average people want to live these high lifestyle, high price tag lifestyles. Boo boo. That may never happen for you. Be okay with that. Okay. Live in your budget. All
yeah.
right. And understand that Louis Vuitton wasn't made for everybody. But that's why they got Aldi's. That's why they got they got Ross. They got Marshalls. They got
Yeah.
brothers. You can find
You
nice
got
shoes
Walmart, you got
everywhere.
Target. Hey,
Nine West. You can find it. There's Amazon. Look, there's a way. You don't need a $1,500 pair of shoes. They're uncomfortable. Trust me. I had a pair, hated them. They're uncomfortable anyway. So my thing is, stop being entitled women. I know a lot of fathers tell these daughters, I want you to be with a man who's gonna take care of you and do what you do. You ain't got to worry about nothing, and that's fine. But if your daughter is average and
yeah,
your
take a
daughter
job.
don't have those femininity skills that can sway your brother to be like, look, let me take care of you. If she doesn't have all that, you need to be honest with her and tell her, baby girl, you don't have to work.
Well,
Okay,
she first got to find a brother that can take care of her the way she like give her the lifestyle she want to live. Because
no,
some
no,
men,
no, no, no. Because a lot of these women, I look at a lot of the people in the house. I look at a lot of the people on social media. A lot of these women are claiming, I want 6-figure men. I need them to be at least 6 feet tall. Like a lot of women are out there, and you're like,
yeah.
baby girl, everybody can't get a LeBron James. You know
But again,
why?
and again, trust me, that's a whole other topic. You don't trust me. When
But
you
this is
get
what people think is the norm.
when you get successful men, it's not going to be the way you think it's going to be. Because guess what? Successful men is not going to have nobody's laid up at the house just chilling. It's not going to happen like that. I'm telling you,
Well,
nobody's successful.
no, they now their wives don't have to work, but you better believe that you don't never see LeBron wife coming outside with no bonnet on and looking crazy in these
Oh
streets,
no, definitely. Well,
and you ain't never seen
I'm
her.
sure. I'm
She
sure
done
she don't
dropped
have to
three.
work.
What, how many kids they got? 3, 4 kids. Her body still look good. Now I don't
Yeah,
know if that's surgery or what, but I know she keep it right and tight, and that goes for any NBA or NFL or hockey player. I've never seen any of them wives just let themselves go. And this is
yeah,
what people need to understand. As average women, we have to understand that you have to live in average reality. And average reality means, no, you may not be dating Morris Chestnut. You know why? Because he ain't want you.
And
He
you're
had
taken.
opportunity. All the women that he had opportunity, he passed over you. He passed over us. Okay, that ain't where we live. So be realistic, because guess what? The men have to be realistic with us. When we ain't all
When
snatched
get
in.
Beyonce, well,
You know what I'm saying? And guess what? You don't hear the men like, yo, nah, I need her to look like Beyonce. I need her to look like a Mia Longa, Shania Lathan. Bruh, unless you're paying for all those fillers to keep us maintained for all those years,
yeah, right.
unless you're trying to get us mummified for all those years, we gonna look like regular women.
Yeah.
And be accepted. And that's what I'm telling women. You have to stop being into this sense of entitlement for a whole lot of women. Josh, when I tell you, sometimes it makes me sick to my stomach. And I know a lot of y'all gonna hate me for saying this, because I used to watch Kevin Samuels, and people, I used to watch it at work too. And people like, you watch him? And I'm like, yeah, I like him. He's funny. Now, of course, he was harsh. Very true. He was very, very harsh. But some of the points of that, women expect certain men to provide this lifestyle. And you hear a lot of women say, yeah, well, he always asks the question, well, how much of the household bills would you want to be responsible for if you had a man who made six figures? And most women be like, none. So you went out to school, got an education. You make some, because everybody on it like, I make six figures, I make 75, I make 85. Now the average woman, black woman, makes 35,000 a year.
Yeah.
The average. So all these women that made six figures, I don't know how that worked, but he just got all of those women on his show, I guess. and the fact that you don't even want to work with a man to help pay for the bills. You still want a man to take care of you 100%. So it's like, what are you gonna do with your $100,000?
Yeah, I know, right?
If he paid for this lifestyle, you want to live in these, lavish homes. You want your children to go to private schools. You want to be able to take a nice family vacation every year, drive nice vehicles. What are you doing with your $100,000? And that's where the sense of entitlement, because you feel like because someone wants you, they have to. No one have to do anything. If a man tells you that, look, I want to take care of you, you need to be, this man shouldn't have to do nothing. Okay. I mean, he should come home and you have a massage table, okay, and dinner, and his favorite sports team on the television. If a man comes home and tell you, baby, you can just sit at home and not have to worry about that. And you should never have a headache a day in your life. Don't you ever come tell a man, not. Oh, I don't feel in the mood, I got a headache.
Get a whole day, get asthma, get rested up.
You should be well rested. I'll make sure you have all the Tylenol in the world. You should never. And I know y'all probably look at me like, Joy, that's extra. Just because the man take care of you don't mean you should be able to do everything. You don't understand what it's like. I had to take care of a full grown man before. Oh. Trust me. It's a lot to take care of somebody's lifestyle. It's a lot. It's not easy. These men going out here maintaining and getting this money, that's not an easy feat.
No doubt.
And
yeah.
As a woman, you should not take advantage because you think because he has a penis that he should just have to do this for you just because you have vagina. Guess what? There's a whole lot of vagina out of here.
You know what?
And at this point, I hear they only charging $40. That's much cheaper than yours. That's only $40. Look, he could buy.
Why men cheap? It's like cheaper.
You know what I'm saying? So women, I'm just telling y'all, women, don't be entitled. If you have a man who tells you you can stay at home, you give him all of the grace. You give him you be his confidant. You be anything he needs, anything you feel like he needs. You should be that, because it's a joy and it's an honor this day and age to be able to stay at home. That's not an everyday thing. That's not an average woman thing. Average women are out there working. So if you're able to stay at home, you should be the best. Okay. When I say the best wife, girl, you should be out here like this man should be. All he should do is be singing your praises. He should never have nothing negative to say about you. You should get, my mother used to do this every day. And I never understood why until I got older. Every day, my father got home about 5 o'clock, 5:30 every day. Around 4 o'clock, my mother would get up, get in the shower, get dressed. But she'll put on like regular clothes, but she'll put lipstick on. She'll, brush her hair and do her hair and stuff. And I remember asking her one time, I was like, "Mom, why do you always do this every day?" And she was like, "Your father been out at work looking at all these women all day. You think I'm gonna come home and let him see me looking crazy? No. I need him to come home and know that he got a good looking woman at home. I don't need him out here." And I was just like, oh wow, the fact that she thought of that. And that's the type of wisdom y'all need, because y'all go outside looking crazy a lot of times. I'm gonna need y'all to feel that way. If you got a man that stay, and even if you're not a stay-at-home wife, keep yourself up. Men love a good-looking woman. Get days that you just get dressed for no reason. And I don't care if you just vacuuming. Get in your sexiest dress and vacuum and cook and wash dishes in your sexiest dress, so he could just be like, "Dang, she fine." Or just wear some heels and do it. I don't care how you got to do it, but men, do something that's going to excite him, because it's hard. I'm telling you, as a woman who had to take care of a man, trust me, it's hard. And I thank God for the man that I had. And y'all can ask him. That man get massages in the morning. He'll get a massage at night. That man, trust me, he gained a whole lot of weight since I've been with him, because I feed the brother. The man don't have to worry about nothing. That man is happy, good and happy. That's the way y'all need to do y'all man. If y'all got a man, especially if you got a man who say, "Babe, you ain't got to worry about nothing. I got you." You should make sure he ain't got to worry about nothing on your end.
Hey.
As his wife. That's it. That's all I gotta say.
Let's wrap it up. Hey guys, hope you enjoyed the show. Once again, we'll see you again next week. We got some work, some other shows coming up. Talk about a lot of different things. So until then, once again, I'm Rev J.
I'm Joy. Be sure to like and share. If you're looking at this on YouTube, please subscribe to our channel. And we will see you on next week. And as always, never let anybody steal your joy. See y'all.
All right, take care, everyone. Have a good weekend.